Okay, I'm out here in my yard. This is my trellis that I put together earlier this year. And this is my cucumber that I thought was dying. I told my neighbor, I gave her one. She lives in the house down there, the gray house, that she should keep watering it because quite often you think they died, but they didn't. Oh wow, look at this. I didn't even realize there's a piece all the way out here. I've got to wrap that back up on the trellis. You see my tomatoes here, and I pulled one. You see that? It was laying down on the ground there because a piece had come down. But um, just try to support them because they get very heavy and they can break. I'm probably going to put a little cord or something around that to keep them up. But they're kind of late, I think. But it looks like I'm going to have a ton of cucumbers growing on there. And they're climbing up well. I help them out every now and then. So I've got beets over there. Got a lot of weeds. I've got to do some weeding. I'm going to put some um, sweet potatoes in there. My kale is looking horrible. The bugs have eaten my cab collards constantly. That's okay because I bought some neem oil today. Now these here are melon, and on the right, this is tomato. They aren't doing anything right now, but I'm gonna put some fertilizer out here. Hopefully that'll help them out. And oh, look at that hummingbird! Isn't that beautiful? It's looking for looks like the dead. You see the hummingbird over there? That was that whole pot down there has what are those things called? Carrots in them. So I really got to cut that off because it died. And but the bugs or whatever they call bees and stuff, they love the carrot plants, the flowers. So this right here is a melon, and it's growing like crazy. I believe this is a squash. I just kind of picked it up so it can grow some more before I wrap it up there again, or help it to hold on. This is a squash over here as well. This is a tomato, cherry tomatoes. I think just like the ones I just showed you over there, it's not growing. But oh look, I didn't even notice one little tomato growing. So these are some peppers in here, and I've got one that's ready, and I'm going to pull that one off. Let me see. See, what does this say? Oh, sweetie pie pepper. So that's what this is. I bought these from the store. Um, it looks like it's good and ready. It might can stand growing a little bigger. It's a little green on the other side. I just don't want something to come out there and eat it first. So I think I'm gonna take. Oh, I pulled it off. It came off nicely. I was gonna say I would take something and cut it, but I didn't have to. So over here, I'm gonna go over to. Oh, and all of a sudden, this is growing out of nowhere. These are tomatoes as well. It's funny because I was hoping that some of this bushy stuff that are weeds, I've got to get those out. They're kind of choking my cherry trees up. And this tree is growing nicely. That's my Swiss chard. But I was hoping that I had some watermelon in here somewhere, but don't know what happened to them. They just kind of died in between. But see all those tomatoes got growing? These little tomatoes. When you think you counted this tomato plant out, it's growing tomatoes. So gonna give it a little fertilizer, help them along. So as I call this over here, my apple orchard that didn't do very well this year. One little leaf is trying to survive all of a sudden. I sprayed it the other day, trying to give it some natural things, and I tried to pick up some of these tomatoes plants that grew out the blue out the ground because I compost this whole area heavily, and all of a sudden I had tomatoes growing. Brought some to my mom and Uncle Stanley. Sherry might have gotten a couple, but I took the green ones off because some of them that were in the dirt, the bugs were getting them. So um, I tried to prop a few up. So I'm gonna go in there and take some off that are red and kind of orangey, almost green. So that's the garden. Um, and hopefully we'll have some fruit soon before the year is out. Because we are in August, almost mid-August now. So maybe I'm a little mistaken, but I thought my tomatoes and cucumbers came earlier last year. And perhaps they were different kinds as well, so maybe that's why. All right, take care.